Yo, what's up, sports bettors? I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna hit some bets. Freaking playtime is over. Whew. So we're gonna hit some bets again. Like we're gonna consider market width. We're gonna look at the odds jam plus EV page and try to get in on some good bets. So Johnny G score a goal. Pinnacle only has this plus 136. You can get plus 175 on Caesars. So seems like some pretty good value. But again, there's 55 cents in market width, which is a bit higher. Whereas here, there's, whatever, like 37. So just kind of trying to consider market width as we place our bets. So I'll refresh this. We can find some good bets. So we have, similar thing here, right? A bit higher market width, very high market width, actually, plus 144, minus 205. You're getting plus 195, though, which is a lot of value. 51 cents of improvement from Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there, the sharpest line out there. It's only giving you plus 144. So if we go to a zero vig odds calculator, plus 144 minus 205, this is the most important calculator on OddsJam. You remove the vig, the true odds is plus 164. We're getting plus 195 on DraftKings. So that seems pretty dang good. But again, slightly higher market width, so maybe we play it a bit smaller in the Predators-Kings game. So we'll go here. We'll go to player props. Looks like some games have started. And then we wanted, who is this guy? Robertson. Jason Robertson, plus 195. We'll throw $50 on it. And then I want to add it to my bet tracker to make sure I am getting positive CLV. So I hit that bet, first bet, Jason Robertson, over 0.5 goals, added it to my bet tracker. Bets right here. Let me pull up that sheet actually with all the live bets. We're tracking everything. So we'll go back here and I'll share my screen. And then we have here, this is just, the sheet. It's in the description on YouTube, so you can check it out. It's all of the bets that I placed on a live stream. You could have tailed everything in real time. We're up 2.3K. We've been running a little cold, especially last week. No sports better wins every time. Everyone goes on a losing streak. So we went on a bit of a losing streak, but we're up 2.3K total, just betting mathematically. You'll see wins and losses in here. But because all of our bets are positive EV from the OddsJam positive EV page, we're just going to see this profit go higher and higher and higher. So that's pretty cool. And then let me add this most recent bet. So a bunch of bets open today. And then we're adding Jason Robertson, goal scorer, anytime. And this is on DraftKings. And then this is 195 odds, $50. For betting $50, the profit margin of this bet, you just scroll along, sharpest line out there. Pinnacle only giving you plus 144. We're getting plus 195. So lots and lots of value on that. And 11.74% profit margin. So that's pretty cool. So our profit margin is 11.74%. We bet $50. So, the profit margin of the bet in dollars is 50, times roughly 12%, 587. And again, slightly higher market width, so played it a bit smaller. My goal every night is have a bunch of bets placed from the OddsJam plus EV page, all mathematically profitable, right? You're kind of forming your own hedge fund. A bunch of mathematically profitable bets placed, everything positive EV from OddsJam, and we just see that profit stack higher and higher and higher. We don't win every day, but, as you can see, the profit's going higher. So hopefully you were able to tail that bet, plus 195, and hopefully this number goes up today, 2.3K profit. Again, we add everything to our bet tracker, which is a free feature of OddsJam. Just create an account. If you're using, if you're in like a state without regulated sports betting, we can set you up with all of those sports books as well. And you can track your bets and make sure you're getting positive closing line value. Like for example, I have CJ Ellaby over 16.5 points, rebounds, assists. I bet that plus 114. I'm beating the closing line, which is minus 104. Over 7 goals in Panthers Blue Jackets, I got plus 115 on DraftKings. $250. The current no vig odds is minus 116. So we absolutely crushed, the closing line on this bet. And you just want to see more green than red, right? You just want to see more green than red. We have Joel Alvarez plus 235. I also bet him plus 240 earlier. So more green than red, right? That's how you see wins and, stack up. So And again, OddsJam will automatically grade your bets as wins or losses, tell you your ROI, how often you're beating the closing line, your beat CLV percentage, all that good stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back to the plus EV page, and you can see a green check mark comes up saying, yo, you've already bet this, just so you have an indication if you've already placed a bet or not. And then this is a Kelly calculator. So you can set it at, 0.33 or whatever you think, or 1. And essentially, the Kelly criterion is kind of the gold standard in terms of bankroll management in sports betting for sharp sports bettors like yourself. So you can use the Kelly calculator, if you're operating on a bankroll of, $3,000, whatever it is, spread across books, to kind of manage your bankroll and determine optimal bet sizing for plus EV bets. So we have Sabonis. We've got a bunch of bets out there, which you can kind of see. New things always coming, new things always going. So what do we like? What do we like? Again, here, pretty high market width on this plus 184, but you're getting 40 cents of improvement. Maybe worth dabbling. This, only 32 cents of market width, right? It's an arb between FanDuel and Pinnacle. You could make risk-free money if you had both accounts. So maybe we want to dabble in that in the Kings game. So we'll go to the Kings game, and then we want to go to player points, and we want Sabonis over 19.5 points plus 100. So it moved down to minus 102. But what we can do is also check these like alternate. Sometimes these alternate ones will give you slightly better odds. So over 19.5 is minus 106 under alternate points. Here it's minus 102. So it's still plus EV, but granted by slightly less. And we'll hit it for 150. Add it to our bet tracker. Now, granted, we got slightly worse odds, so I can change that here, minus 102 and $150. And add it to our bet tracker. So that's pretty cool. We got some live bets going on. So we have Sabonis over 19.5 points, minus 102. Minus 102. We threw $150 on it, another mathematically profitable bet. Now, because the odds, got slightly worse by the time we placed the bet, what we need to do is go here. So this was the market on Pinnacle, right? 32 cents in market width, which means the fair line is minus 114.73. Once you remove the VIG, again, this is the most important calculator on OddsJam. Make sure to check it out. Really useful. So now we have the fair line was minus 114.73. We bet this minus 102, so it's a plus EV bet. You can see they just actually moved it to minus 122 odds. So we clearly got a great line. They just bounced it to minus 122. And then we want to go to an EV calculator now that we have our win percentage. What was our win percentage? So it was minus 133 plus 101. So our win percentage is 53.43%. And then we'll go here and we'll put in 53.43 into our win probability. We bet this minus 102 odds. We bet $150. So our profit margin in dollars is $872. So if you just put 100 in here, 5.81% profit margin. So what we can do is we can go here, and then this is 872 in profit margin on this bet from the OddsJam plus EV page. And, that implies a 5.81% return. 5.81% EV. Our bet has a profit margin of 5.81%. So that's pretty cool. We got some live betting out there. Trae Young, you can see some new opportunities. Sports betting market's dynamic, right? Sharp action's always coming in. People are placing bets. Books are moving odds. Players are getting injured. Lines are bouncing around, right? So this isn't something where you can determine what's the best NBA bet. Let's try to hit this live bet on Middle Tennessee. Let's go. And you can see it just moved down to plus 144. Live betting is really hard because obviously, especially in the second half of a game, every possession can drastically change the odds, right? If Marshall goes down and they hit a 3, this may move to, significantly to much worse odds. So live betting's hard, but oftentimes the profit margin is a lot higher. So we have that. Trae Young, right here we have an ARB in Trae Young rebounds. So what is an ARB? It means you can make risk-free money, right? Like here, if I had a Pinnacle account, if I had a FanDuel account, I could make a risk-free profit betting on both sides. And if you want to learn about making risk-free money sports betting, again, you can go to our blog. There's a bunch of good articles. but you can kind of learn about anything. How do I make risk-free money sports betting? It's like, check out this video. That probably makes sense. And you can read through the article. If you want to learn more about plus EV betting or some of the things we say are confusing, we have full-length YouTube videos on it. You want to learn about, whatever, DraftKings promos, we probably have an article on it. Yep, we do. Or odds boosts or specific promos. We put out a lot of great articles, so feel free to check that out. So we'll go to the bet tracker. Really good CLV on a lot of my bets today, except for this Sabonis bet. I bet him to have over 6.5 assists plus 140. Looks like, some action came in fading him. Now the zero vig line is plus 155 from Pinnacle, sharpest line out there. So that kind of sucks. Again, if you have free bets on sportsbooks as well, you should be using the OddsJam low holds page. It's, pretty valuable. Like if you have a, whatever, you can go to filter by sportsbook in your low hold filter. So let's say we had a free bet on WinBet. I can put in WinBet. I'm in the state of Arizona, but this can obviously change. And it will tell me the best free betting opportunities on WinBet Sportsbook. My free bets on DraftKings, I can change this to DraftKings and sort by conversion percentage. So you can see, if I had an $100 free bet on DraftKings, I could convert it into $70.83 cash, risk-free, right? By placing my $100 free bet's always going to go on the thing that's plus money, which is Cali John Croc, whatever this guy's name is, to score a goal plus 425. And then OddsJam will tell you, hedge 354.17 on FanDuel or Pinnacle. You probably don't have this account at minus 500, and you'll convert, regardless of what happens, you'll convert your $100 free bet into $70.83 risk-free profit. So this is a free feature of OddsJam, really cool and worth checking out. So we got some more arbs out there. Vanderbilt over 8.5 rebounds, Patrick Beverly, whatever, lots of bets out there. So we'll go back to the plus EV page, pretty high market width here. Maybe we skip it. Jay Crowder under 5.5 rebounds. Looks like there's some value there. So you can see like these betting opportunities are always changing. This Ayton bet, it's an arb to FanDuel and Pinnacle, just popped up. That looks like a pretty insane bet. Ayton over 10.5 rebounds. So Caesars logged me out, so I won't hit it, but whatever. And again, like the reason sports betting is so, powerful and fun, this game's at 6:10, so it's starting now, is all these sports books have different odds, right? For the Thunder, you can get plus 420 on some sports books. Some sports books are only giving you plus 350. Frickin' Pinnacle's all the way down at plus 317, right? So regardless of what you're betting, what sport you're betting on, if you're betting on props, if you're betting on game props, whatever it is, player props, you should always be looking for the best number. And this is a free feature on OddsJam, it's highlighted in yellow, right? You want the best odds on Suns minus 8.5. For the sports books I use that I have available to me, the best line on Suns minus 8.5 is Pinnacle minus 126, right? The best line on the Thunder is plus 124 on FanDuel, plus 8.5, right? So that's pretty cool. And obviously, if you switch your state and move it to like Colorado or whatever, there's a lot more sports books. Colorado is one of the best states for sports betting in the U.S. You can see like Betfred, whatever, like more sports books pop up. And I guess this game is live now. So different states also mean different plus EV betting opportunities, right? You can see Fox Bet in here, whatever. Like you can see there's all sorts of betting opportunities in Colorado that will be on slightly different sports books than Arizona because the books aren't the same from state to state in the U.S. And then it's same with like Canada, right? There's less sports books. It's like frickin' 10 bet, come on bet, whatever that is, BWin, stuff like that. As always, if you're in a different country like Europe or whatever, we're going to be adding in a lot of books to OddsJam. So let us know what books you want to see on OddsJam. I'm not European. We're not really sure what we should prioritize. But if you, want to look at this, only 17 cents a market with, pretty good value in Avs -2 plus 130, as well as Kings -1 plus 165. But anyways, already have a few bets open for today. Again, this sheet is in the description on YouTube. We're up 2.3K in 4 or 5 weeks, whatever it's been since I started doing these live streams, just hitting a few bets on this live stream. Hopefully you've been able to tail and, cash with me. If you would have tailed everything, you'd be up 2.3K. Obviously, some winning days, some losing days, but betting from the OddsJam positive EV page, unsurprisingly, the math has held and we're up freaking money. So OddsJam bet tracker free, low holds page for converting your free bets into cash is free. And then, just odds comparison for a lot of these promos and stuff. I don't know if FanDuel, it doesn't really look like has any promos, but Caesars may. We can check it out. Do they have any promos? So it's Thursday, whatever, like same game parlay bet and get. But long story short, for all these promos, like you want to make sure that you're getting the best possible odds. So if I go to NBA, take a sip of my Coke Zero. But, you always want to make sure you're getting the best line on a bet. If you're placing bets at, whatever, like let's go to a game that hasn't started yet, the Kings Nuggets game tonight. If you're placing bets, at plus 144 when there's a sports book in your state giving you plus 155, you're guaranteed going to lose money sports betting, right? Everything is about the price you're getting, right? Everything is about the odds you're getting. If you were to give me Kings plus 200, I would freaking hammer that. If you were to give me Nuggets minus 140, I would freaking hammer that, right? Because just looking at the odds, you're looking for value. Sports betting's a market, right? People are constantly placing bets just like the stock market, right? And there's fair prices, fair implied probabilities for each team to win that game. Nobody knows the future in sports. You're not going to be able to win every bet. We don't claim you're going to be able to win every bet. But when you're hunting for value, you're able to find good lines, right? Like minus 165, it's not plus EV, but if you want to bet on the Nuggets, minus 165 on Westgate seems like decent value at the very least. I mean, it's not positive EV, but like decent value, right? So you just want to be making sure you're getting good prices, right? Everything is price dependent in sports betting. The Kings may be a great bet at plus 200. They're definitely a great bet if you could get plus 200 because you could literally arb it and make risk-free money with every freaking sportsbook out there. And same with if you could get Nuggets minus 120. It would just be an insane bet, right? So you have to be conscious of the odds that you are getting. And also just like for promos, right? Jeff Green is plus 900. FanDuel often has like a first basket, whatever promo. Jeff Green's only plus 900 on DraftKings, plus 1,400 on FanDuel. So if there was that first basket promo tonight, first basket Fridays, whatever it's called, like plus 1,400 seems like a pretty good line to use. So just hunting for value and stuff like that. So that's really all I got. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Pretty tired, so I'm going to call it a day.